I hope 2026 is your year to finally get a home, because you've been saying the same thing for the last 5 years. What are you not doing differently? My name is Matt. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in downstate New York. And if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the New York City metropolitan area or its surrounding suburbs and you don't know where to start, click the link in my bio for a free buyer consultation or a free home evaluation if you're considering to buy or sell sometime in the near future. Now guys, let's get right into it. I know, you know, there's someone right now that you work with that's been talking about buying a home since before the pandemic started. And for whatever reason, they keep blaming the market as to why they can't buy a home. But you bought your home 2-3 years ago, or you bought your home before COVID, and you're still trying to figure out, is it really the market? Or is there something that this specific buyer or maybe people around you are doing that is not realistic to today's current market trend? First of all, if you are not working with an agent, it's very important for you that when you have your beautiful pre-approval, you're ready to buy, you are in the market considering to buy a home, that you are being proactive with reaching out to agents on homes that you like. I found that most buyers, especially buyers who are unrepresented or buyers who may be working with inexperienced agents, they fall into the open house trap. Now, what is that? The recent market, specifically after COVID, with the influx of buyers and the high volume of demand that's been going on in the past couple years, most homes sell before they even make it to the open house. So if you're looking at that pretty home on Zillow and you're prancing around waiting for an open house to pop up, most of the time there's other buyers agents that are showing to their clients the same day that home shows up on the market, and you won't even get a chance to see the home. You're sitting there waiting for an open house like, yeah babe, I'll wait till Saturday, I'll wait till Sunday to check it out. Meanwhile, some other agent is getting their client in the same day and they're sending in an all cash offer, a non-contingent offer that same day. And you're wondering like, yo, what happened to this house? You need to be proactive and aggressive when you're a buyer in the market. You cannot wait until the listing agent posts an open house. If you're working with an agent, your agent needs to be reaching out to make sure that they're able to schedule an appointment on your behalf as soon as possible. Sometimes getting in first will help you as a buyer or your buyer's agent share important information about the property that will help you be more competitive and maybe put an offer in front of the seller as soon as possible to help you stand out. Less than 20% of homes, according to Street Easy and Realtor.com, sell before they even make it to the open house. If the property is well priced, you know that it's a hot home in your area, you should not be waiting until Saturday and Sunday to end up on the line that you're probably not even going to be willing to sit there and wait on, or get discouraged when you see how much competition is out looking out for the same house. You and your agent need to get into that home ASAP, preferably before the open house, so you can secure the deal and show the seller that you're not here to play no games. You're not here to waste time. And if you're not working with an agent who's getting you in before these open houses, you might need to get a new one. Another reason that you need to make sure that you put this in your head before you even get ready for next year's market is to make sure that you are flexible and you have realistic expectations. We live in New York City, surrounding counties, all right? This is not Texas. This is not the middle of nowhere, all right? We have limited space here in New York City, Long Island, Westchester. So please do not expect that you're gonna get a 4,000 square foot home with a $500,000 pre-approval. Set your expectations straight before you even decide to even go out, able to secure something that you may not have considered if you just do your research before you even enter the market. Distance, is that a factor? Being near transportation, is that a factor? Do you want to have neighbors next to you? Is that a factor? Do you want a big backyard, or are you okay with a little patio space? Do you need a pool right now, or are you okay with building it later down the line? You need to get these things in your head right now. Your first house does not have to be your dream house. Many buyers especially being that the average amount of time that home sellers own their homes before they consider selling is 7 years, end up buying a second property that matches their expectations down the line. If everything goes well and you've made a sound decision and you purchased a home, you're going to gain equity. And that equity may put you in a position down the line to buy another home that may match the criteria that you were previously looking for. So set your current expectations straight before you even get into the market. Yes, you may want to buy a home for projections in the future, or maybe for future family plans or future considerations and expansions of place. But if you don't need it right now and it's not in your budget, maybe consider something smaller in the meantime. Right? A condominium versus a single family home. You want that multifamily, but you can't afford it yet because you don't have the 6 months of reserves. All right, maybe consider a mother or daughter apartment with proper permits. Maybe considering, oh, a blank canvas, I can add an apartment to here. Okay, that'll get me something that's like a multifamily because I'm gonna live in the house anyway. And then once I build some equity, once I gain more flexibility with my funds, or I gain a promotion, then I can consider 4,000 square foot home, North Shore, or that beachfront 4th floor home in East Rockaway because I wanna make sure I have endless views of the ocean. These are things that you have to take into consideration before you enter the market. You want to make sure you're not inflexible. Being inflexible will wear you down, will fatigue you, and will make you become one of those people who blames the market as opposed to your expectations of the current market. Lastly, when it comes to getting prepared to buy a home, please make sure your money is looking right. You know, to be honest, that should have been the first point, but I feel like we neglect the importance of financial stability during the home purchase process. What does that mean? The same way you got into that pre-approval is the same way you need to get into underwriting. Do not add miscellaneous expenses on your credit cards, especially when your lender ran you, and at the point when he ran you, you had a 757 credit score, and because you wanted to flex during Christmas season and show that you were a big uncle or big auntie and gave a bunch of kids gifts that they might not even appreciate or want, now home ownership is looking impossible for you because you have unnecessary debt on your credit report. Keep your funds aligned. If you have a pre-approval, make sure that the income that the pre-approval is based on is consistent. That means that if you were doing overtime that year, keep doing that overtime if you can, if it's available. If you had extra funds based on your 1040, or your business was bringing in a certain amount of sales, keep that sales up if you can. You need to show that you are financially stable, because when you go into underwriting, if there is anything that's inconsistent from when you first got pre-approved, it could be a nightmare for you now when you get there to the table and now they're telling you that they can't approve your loan because the numbers are off. It's the worst experience. You already spent all this time getting ready, following my first tips, just to come close to the closing table to find out the deal's gonna fall apart because your numbers aren't looking right. Keep the money consistent, right? If you and your partner, or you and your family member, or you have other people on the pre-approval, keep them in line too. Make sure they're not buying no upgrade lease. I don't even know why people keep changing their cars every 3 years. Like, make sure they're not making unnecessary hard credit inquiries or increasing financial strain that's gonna prevent you from getting into that home. I promise you, if you stay consistent and you follow these tips into 2026 during the spring market, you will finally acquire a property, and you may be in a better position to understand what the market actually entails here. The goal here is to find something, build equity, potentially turn into your dream home, or use that to get you to your dream home. And your dream home could be anything. It's just that you just have to set your expectations straight so that you can actually secure something that makes sense for you in today's local market. And if your home journey process is gonna bring you somewhere to Long Island, check out this video right here. I think it'll be useful for you if you haven't seen this one. This will add on to the palette for you to understand what it's like to become a homeowner here on Long Island.